I don't know what I'm doing with my hands right now. I'm probably going to try and maybe a Dukin, but that doesn't really happen. See, if I just do that, nope, see, nothing came out. I don't know why I did that. That was stupid. Sorry. Welcome to Friday's edition of Coffee and Comics. I'm your host, Jay Wheeler. How's everyone doing? Welcome to it being kind of hot and kind of nice at the same time. So, depending upon where you are and where you're watching this, if you're in Sacramento, it's kind of nice. If you're in LA, first of all, fuck you, because you probably have better weather than we do. Everywhere else, hopefully it's not as hot. But, so, we have a lot of stuff to cover. We always have a lot of stuff to cover because I try to bring you the best comic book news, pictures, sometimes videos, sometimes me stepping over my words. You know, everything an awkward person would do while he's filming himself. So, I got some news. I just saw Wolverine, which I will talk about. See, right there. Talking over my words. Which I'll talk about in a couple seconds, and that is going to be it. So, yes, I did see Wolverine finally this morning. Which, by the way, if you're going to try to beat the clock at a movie of buying a ticket for a, let's say, 10:35 showing, and it's and you wake up at like 10:20, good luck with that, because it's a fun game to try and navigate your way around your local areas to get to your local theaters. I timed it perfectly somehow. I don't know how, but when I got into the theater, first of all, lady wanted to charge me again for a ticket that I already bought, so I almost paid another $6. But when I got into see, I got past the ticket person, and then I got water because I was dehydrated because I drank coffee early that morning. Oh, then I got into the theater, and I got right at the end of Anchorman 2 preview, and then the movie started, and I'm like, that could have not been perfect because I thought I already missed like half the movie, but no, did not miss a thing. Um, that movie was amazing. Wolverine was amazing. Hugh Jackman. They picked the perfect person to play Wolverine when they casted him in the first X-Men. I mean, you can't find a better Wolverine than Hugh Jackman, and I hope Hugh Jackman is willing to play Wolverine a couple more times before he gets tired of it, because he's great. He's the best Wolverine ever. He's actually taken Wolverine from the comic books and actually brought him to life. So that, ugh, it's this movie was just it. It's like it's like some people I know that don't want origin stories, and they don't want how the characters are developed, and they don't want to know how the bad guy starts or how he becomes the bad guy. They just want the hero or the superhero or the anti-hero already in action, or stuff is already happening to where you don't have to you don't have to spend almost an hour to explain what's going on, and then it gets to the action. There is nonstop action from the beginning. I mean, the beginning is showing him how he's living now after he already killed Jean. Now, I did say spoiler alert because it's been a couple years since Last Stand. So if you have not seen Last Stand, you need to get on that, seriously. But yeah, so he constantly is having that dream of Jean. He wants to be with Jean because he killed Jean. So he's taken like some sort of vow of not violence, which does not last very long. Um, the graphics in this movie were crazy awesome. The action scenes in this movie were ridiculously great. They were like, I almost said ridiculously great, but they were. It's almost like you didn't need to see it in 3D. Like a lot of movies don't really need to be in 3D. Like the action will speak for itself without the 3D. So it's yeah, it's just it was a great movie. Excuse me while I move this. Um, yeah, it just and the ending sequence was amazing too. Not the end of the movie, but after the movie, where I don't want to spoil anything, but stay after the credits because the first part of the credits because it will lead into X Men. What is it? X Men Days of Future Past. It's gonna be amazing. This movie. It's gonna be the next X Men movie. It's gonna be amazing. So, uh, well, since I've segued myself into the news, let's get into it. Halle Berry promises shocking revelations about Storm in the new X Men movie, which I think she was trying to, be a little funny because, Storm controls the weather. But, yeah, she said that Ratner and Singer are two different directors and that she loves it more that, well, she didn't say she loves it more. She just said that she loved how when Singer got back onto the X-Men projects that everyone came back together and is making this movie. I don't want to add words into the report. Um, she said that she didn't have a lot of like freedom to express how Storm actually is and Last Stand, but now that Singer's back and she's in this movie, she's gonna show a little more of how Storm is and how Storm should have been. She's not gonna do a lot of action because again, there she was. It was funny. She says a surprisingly pregnancy. That's not a surprise. You know when you're pregnant. So, but it sounds like Storm's going to be. There's going to be a lot more old, like same Storm that we've seen in the last two Bryan Singer X Men, and then a little more added to it. So it's again this movie. I don't know. Either Bryan Singer is a horrible director, and this movie will do bad, or this movie can't suck. It cannot. Again, I will say that this movie cannot suck. Just like Man of Steel did not suck, and it wasn't going to suck. You have the right directors for the right movies. So Zack Snyder obviously made the Man of Steel best Superman movie we've had in a long time. So he's the right person to do any other Superman involved things. Bryan Singer is that director to do all, of all the X-Men. It has anything to do with the X-Men at all. He is the director because he made an amazing first X-Men movie and then he made an amazing second X-Men movie and then he went off and did Superman Returns and kind of messed that up and had some other dude make X3, which not really. It was cool. Excuse me, sir. This is why you don't have two jobs, ladies and gentlemen, and then do videos. You get horribly exhausted. But like I was saying, keep the directors for the same movies that they've made. If they've already made two successful movies, Hollywood do whatever it takes to keep that director making the same kind of genre movie, but building the characters, not like have the same kind of stuff. All right. Secondly, Josh Whedon is talking. Has been talk. There was talks about what the name of the movie was going to be called. How come Thanos is not in it? Is Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch gonna have conflict with each other and the Justice League? He was Ellen as Vision gonna be in this movie. Now, when he was in Comic-Con, he did a lot of interviews, and he was saying that the Thanos thing would have been a great thing to do, but at the same time, there's a lot more story, and there's a lot more. He doesn't want to throw everything all into one thing. So, trying to come up with the storyline and the name for it was a little hard, and the one that stuck was uh, the Age of Ultron. So, plus, you will. He says that that does rhyme, by the way. Avengers Age of Ultron, which makes sense because of our technology these days, and Ultron has to do with computers and technology and stuff like that, so makes sense. But he also says that Vision will not be in this next movie. Anyone that was supposedly involved in making Vision will not be in this movie. Uh, and yes, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch will have a little bumping heads with each other and with the Avengers at the same time. So the more I read about this, the more I'm kind of getting a little more excited about this new Avengers movie. So I mean, the original Avengers are already bumping heads. So you add two younger guys that bump heads with each other. It's gonna be it's can't wait to see more about or read more about this and see what's gonna transpire. Because Joss Whedon is just Joss Whedon, so it's gonna be great. Lastly, another Bourne movie is being made. Uh, 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 what is it? Jamie Renner. Sorry, Jamie Renner is going to be again. He's going to be the guy that he played in last time in the last Bourne movie. Now, the people that make the Bourne movies have said that they're going to concentrate on more of the second tier characters like Aaron Cross. So they're going to do more side characters, more side agents, but at the same time do a little like background, all the side characters that are what they're going through while the main government people are trying to catch Jason Bourne, which sounds pretty awesome. That sounds like a great um, story in itself. Seeing other agents that have the same thing as Jason Bourne and seeing how they're dealing with it and how the government's trying to contain them, it's gonna look good because the last Bourne Legacy movie with Jeremy Renner was pretty awesome. So, all right, guys. So that will be it for today. I hope you guys have a great day. Please read more comic books. Please go see Wolverine because you will love it. Please subscribe to my channel and have a great day.